What happens to the rebuke or reprimanding level when we eat meat? And this is what Plutarch says concerning meat eating. If you want to live long and healthy lives, we finally have to look seriously at the issue of extreme eating. Meat carries within it the vibration of death, and when you introduce it into your body, this vibration becomes integrated into your biochemical processes and psychic experience. The bodies of the animals are emotionally attuned, and when the slaughter begins, they send out a psychic message that reverberates throughout the slaughterhouse. So the rest also know that they are going to be slaughtered. And then they start producing toxins, which eventually end up on your table. In this way, the death drives in your cells become more intense, he says. And if you have realized that animals have a soul and you participate even indirectly in their ending, then in some way you also participate in their demise, he says. Whether you realize it or not, the universal law of reciprocity is taking effect. Thus, on the reprimanding level, eating meat solidifies the code of death in your cells and bioenergetic field. Plutarch on meat eating. In his collection Ethics, Plutarch seeks the application of virtue to be the practical side of life. In his On Carnivore discourses, he's even deeply troubled, evidently disgusted by the Greco-Roman banquets. He wonders how it is that with such a delicious variety of fruits, vegetables, and nuts at our disposal, we want to forcibly taste the flesh of animals by extinguishing the taste of blood with the myriad of spices so that we can eat it. And what do we call a delicacy? He said, I wonder what happens and what the first man felt when he put his mouth to the blood of a slain creature, though brought his lips close to the flesh of the animal, and placing stale corpses on the table, called delicacies and deliciousness, the places that just before roared, spoke, and were moving and seeing, how his eyes endured to see all these creatures dismembered, and how his sense of smell endured the abomination, and how the thought of abomination did not prevent the tongue from touching foreign sores and enjoying the juices and fluids of these mortal wounds. Where are your sharp teeth? That is not in man's nature to eat meat, is seen first of all from the construction of the body. Indeed, the human body does not resemble any animal that has been made to eat meat. There are no protruding lips, pointed claws, sharp teeth, a strong stomach, and a warm breath capable of transforming and processing the heavy components of meat. Thus, nature, with its smooth teeth, small mouth, soft tongue, and weakness of breath for digestion, precludes carnivore. If you maintain that you are made for this kind of food, first, on the contrary, the wolves, bears, and lions themselves, they have victims of eating animals and also tearing apart lambs or hares that they hunt. Now, a deceiving taste, if you expect what you eat to be found at the presence of soul makes you ashamed to eat fish, the flesh, then why do you eat the inanimate, going against structure, against nature? However, neither lifeless nor dead, they eat it as it is, but they boil it, roast it, alter it with fire and chemical substances, altering, transforming, and distinguishing with a myriad of spices, so that the taste is deceived and accept what is foreign to be eaten with honey and herbs. But we are so delicate, though we stain our hands with this, that we call the meat an offering, and then we require other additions to the meat itself, mixing it with oil, wine, honey, juice, vinegar, together with herbs from Syria and Arabia, as if we were actually burying a dead person. This is what Plutarch of ancient Greeks said. Now I know that carnivores are not only having the shape, it has to do with the shape of teeth, but carnivores have their eyes front, whereas herbivores have their eyes to the side. For example, sheep have their eyes to the side. Cats, dogs, wolves, humans have their eyes facing front, both of them front. That is a carnivore. Please leave your comments about this, and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.